What's up, guys? It's your girl, Evi Siskos, and this is take 3 because I talk a lot, so we're gonna get this short and compact and sweet so like that you guys get to know who I am. So, I have been a professional television host for the past 9 years on Telemundo, the Spanish channel. You gotta say it like that with the accent. I've done everything from live television, celebrity interviews, red carpets, lifestyle segments. I've had my own cooking segments and my travel segments, which I absolutely love. I have been all over the world. I did my study abroad in Shanghai, China. I speak Spanish, Greek, English, French, and Mandarin. 你好，我的名字是艾薇。I absolutely love cultures. I love people. I love connecting with people. I'm a first-generation American. My mom is straight off the boat from the Dominican Republic. My dad is straight off the boat from Greece. So you mix them all together and you get me. And literally growing up, my life was like a scene from my big fat Greek wedding. People would come over my house, and food has always been a staple in my house just because, you know, I'm two different cultures, two different backgrounds. And I would invite my friends over when my dad would cook, and they would be really surprised for the stuff that would be on the table. Like, I vividly recall having my favorite dish, which is grilled octopus, and my dad making it, and I was like so souped that my dad was making grilled octopus, and my friend comes over and she's like, ew, what is that? And I'm like, grilled octopus, it's amazing. And she's like, ew, you eat tentacles? And I'm like, yes, girl, you don't know what you're missing. So as if having two cultures wasn't enough, I ended up marrying an Israeli, so now I have even more food to add to this amazing mix. And I love cooking Israeli food, so one of my favorite dishes to cook is shakshuka. Shakshuka. Shakshuka, shakshuka. Okay, yeah, déjame calmarme. Everyone I give it to describes it as an egg pizza, so I make it really good. I love adding feta cheese because literally everything's better with feta. I love feta cheese. For me, becoming an on-the-road television host, it wouldn't be so much of becoming. That's who I am. It's my passion. It's in my blood. It's what I love to do. I've been all over the world. I've been to India 6 times. Jaisalmer is known as India's golden city. For a long time, I was backpacking through India. I went all the way up to Dharamshala, had dinner with the Tibetans refuge there, where the Dalai Lama is.
To the people. In the Tibet, we use this downside one. It's not like this. We use the wood.
Unfortunately, we got hit this year with COVID, so we didn't do as much traveling as we wanted to, but we still did. We ended up renting an RV, and we were like, if there's a way to social distance, what way can you do it with still keeping safe guidelines and still being able to go out? So we rented an RV and we went all over, and surprisingly enough, I loved Ohio. I know people are like, wait, what? Ohio? I was even like, you know, surprised that it was one of my favorite places that we visited. The people there were so nice despite of everything going on, and we discovered so many amazing vineyards where the wines that are made there are made from grapes that were imported all the way from Italy years ago. Last month we were in Tulum, Mexico, when things were able to open up, and we were really lucky to be able to be there for the first day that the archaeological ruins in Tulum opened up, and I learned something really, really cool. Our guide was a shaman, and shamans are basically medicine men that live in South America. I've sat with them in ceremony. I've been with the shamans in Peru, but the shamans in Mexico, they're a little different. And he told me something really interesting when we were there in Tulum, seeing the different pyramids that are in Mexico. He told us that the Mayans aren't extinct, and he's a Mayan, and he comes from, you know, his whole village are made up of Mayans. And I was like, wow, I had no idea. He even showed us how in their culture, people still have flat heads, because kind of like how the Chinese bind their feet, they would bind their heads so like that they would have a flat head to be able to hold food. So that was really interesting. I love when history and culture come together, and how it's still very vivid and very much alive today. If there were people in history that I would love to sit with, I definitely would have loved to sit with a Mayan and learn about them, just because they really were in touch with nature. They were in touch with the stars. They were in touch with everything that goes on today that, I mean, so many people have lost touch with, and with nature, you know? Another historical figure would be Harriet Tubman. I read her biography when I was a little girl, and she just touched me as someone that was so courageous, someone that was bold. I saw the movie, was not gonna lie, I did not like the movie, but can't really compare a movie to a book. But she was just such a bold woman, and I feel like I could have learned so much from her. And yeah, oh, and my last one, Alexander the Great. My dad is a Macedonian Greek, and that is someone I would have loved to sit with, see how, you know, all of the things that he did back then, you know, what kind of person he was, and what kind of food did he eat, you know, like, was it old style Greek village food, like the type my grandma makes? Yeah, I feel like there's so much in this world that I still want to see, want to explore. And right here in the US, a place that I am dying to go to, and we didn't get the chance to get there with our RV, was Arizona. I'm dying to go to Sedona. I'm dying to go to the Grand Canyon, sit with the Native American tribes that are there. There's many tribes that are there that, you know, that still are alive today. So I would love to sit with them, see what their culture is like, see what they eat, how they're preserving their culture. I think that's really important this day and age, for those cultures that are still alive to be able to preserve them. So, guys, I know that this is so much information in trying to squeeze it all up in such little time, but this is who I am. I'm Evi Siskos. This is my passion, what I breathe for, what I live for. I love to travel. I love to connect with people. I love to talk. And most importantly, I love to eat and try new food. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and this is who I am.